Coming up tonight, no quarantine travel. Transport Minister Ong Ye Kung says Singapore can consider it as an option for vaccinated travellers visiting countries with low infections. In a first for a MediaCorp drama, James Seah will replace Shane Pao midway through The Heartland Hero. And what's cooking with Masterchef contestant Jai Ganesh? He tells Newsnight how the show has changed his life. This is the Straits Times Newsnight. Good evening, I'm Dylan Ang. Now, here's a question that many of us would like the answer to. What does the future of travel look like for Singapore? In a hint of things to come, Transport Minister Ong Ye Kung says that Singapore can consider allowing residents who are vaccinated to travel to countries that have low numbers of COVID-19 cases without having to be quarantined on their return. It's yet another travel option that Singapore is exploring, and it sounds pretty good to me. In fact, it's already happening in many countries, with Mr. Ong highlighting that Britain, Denmark, France, Germany and the United States have already exempted travellers from Singapore from quarantine. Minister Ong gave those remarks in response to questions from Lian He Zhaopao after an interview on 1FM 91.3's The Big Show this morning. Seen as a possible choice to be Singapore's next 4G leader, Mr. Ong will relinquish his transport portfolio to take the helm of the Health Ministry in about 2 weeks' time. In a lively exchange with the DJs, he shared his reaction when he was first informed that he'd be the new Health Minister.
But I just want to find out, what was the first word that came out of your mouth when you found out that you were going to be Minister of Health?
Well, at least I didn't learn about it from the press release. The Prime Minister was really nice. He called up every single one of us. I was number 3 or number 4, and then he told us about our posting. He explained what he expects of us. We spent 45 minutes or so chatting, and when he told me, I was wordless. At most you can hear, huh, in my brain. Because nobody expect to be moved after like 8 months, 9 months in transport. I was all ready to stay 5 years, a whole term, you know.
Right.
Yeah. But I suppose he has his reasons, so he explained it to the media.
Now, more than 5,500 migrant workers have undergone preemptive testing for COVID-19 as a precaution after several cases were detected in the Westlight Woodlands dormitory. The preemptive operation also involves workers who have recovered and those who have never been infected, and it's on top of the rostered routine testing regime. The Health Ministry said that 24 recovered workers from the Westlight Woodlands dorm were found to be positive, although 2 of them were later determined to be negative after retesting. 5 of the 24 were also assessed to be likely cases of reinfection. 11 were assessed to be shedding virus fragments, and the remaining 6 cases are pending assessment. A quick look at the latest COVID-19 numbers. 23 new cases were confirmed today, with 3 in the community. The remaining 20 were all imported and placed on stay-home notice on arrival here. Meanwhile, new COVID-19 cases in India have once again hit a global high. 360,960 infections, the largest single-day total in the world. And in the last 24 hours, more than 3,200 deaths were recorded, making it the country's deadliest day so far. Makeshift crematoriums are emerging even in parking lots where bodies are burned in rows. With countries pitching to help, Singapore sent 2 plane loads of oxygen cylinders to India this morning. Second Minister for Foreign Affairs Maliki Osman was at the handover at Paya Lebar Air Base, and he reaffirmed Singapore and India's strong bilateral relations. A look at what's been trending on social media today. They say as one door closes, another opens. Local actor James Seah will replace Shane Pao in upcoming Channel 8 drama The Heartland Hero, following Pao's dismissal from MediaCorp. Pao will appear in 30 episodes and Seah the remaining 100 in the 130-episode show. Now, this is the first time an actor has been replaced midway through a MediaCorp drama. An executive producer of the show said there will be no change to the drama's plot and no explanation for the change of actors in the story. Now, he was one of the top 12 contestants of Masterchef Singapore 2, and now the world is his oyster. former army officer turned chef Jai Ganesh did not win the competition, but that hasn't dampened his spirits at all. In fact, he's more excited than ever about his future, telling Newsnight how his life has changed since taking part in Masterchef.
Oh, it's been fantastic. Of course, the most prominent change would be people actually start to recognize you, and it's not just like, oh, you're the MasterChef guy. They also remember the biryani part of it, and that's something I'm grateful for. And I've gotten projects, like cooking shows and collabs with restaurants, and this is exactly like what I've been wanting to do for a long time, and finally I'm being given a chance, and it's really had a fantastic impact on my life in general. It is the ultimate dream to set up my own place, my own restaurant. Eventually, my aim is to serve Indian fine dining, progressive Indian fine dining kind of food, and I will not, as far as possible, I'm going to try and keep it affordable as well. So it's not just like if you've got like $200, you can come and eat in my place, but it can be a place for families to come by, and of course, if I do not achieve a Michelin star, right, my aim in the next 5 years is to get myself a Michelin guide.
In football, a night to forget for Timo Werner. The Chelsea forward left frustrated after missing a big opportunity against Real Madrid last night, drawing criticism from Chelsea fans for yet again squandering what could have been a crucial advantage. The first leg of their Champions League semi-final ended all square at 1-1, with Werner failing to beat Thibaut Courtois from 6 yards out. Now, this has prompted the hashtag Werner out, which has gained traction online, with some users also sharing a screenshot of online search suggestions that reflect all the times he'd missed. Ouch! And it seems like boss Thomas Tuchel isn't happy too, saying that Werner missed a big one at West Ham, and now he's missed a big one here that does not help. Can Werner redeem himself when the two teams battle it out in the second leg next Thursday? We'll have to see. Now, that aside, more Champions League action tonight as Paris Saint-Germain take on Manchester City. Can't wait. You can also look out for some world-class golf action as the HSBC Women's World Championship tees off tomorrow, the first international golf tournament in Asia in over a year due to the pandemic. Now, from tomorrow to May 2nd, 69 elite players will fight it out in the tournament at Sentosa Golf Club's Tanjung Course. They include stars like Daniel Kang, Minjee Lee, and 2019's winner Sung Hyun Park. A 250 daily fan cap has been imposed, comprising of just corporate guests. But fret not, the public can watch all the action on MediaCorp's Channel 5. In case you missed it, is your name Josh? No? Well, chances are that you likely know a Josh, so you might want to tell him about this if he doesn't already know about it. Hundreds of guys with the name Josh gathered in the US to battle it out over the right to use the name, all in the name of fun, of course. The event is the brainchild of 22-year-old student Josh Swain, who jokingly messaged dozens of people also named Josh Swain online, challenging them to a fight. It soon went viral, and the fight later evolved to include other Joshes as well. The winner, Josh Vincent Jr., a 4-year-old. Honestly, this must be the funniest thing I've heard over the last couple of days. And that wraps up the Straits Times Newsnight. Do visit straitstimes.com to see more news and videos. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel by hitting the button below. Have a great evening. We'll see you tomorrow.